Color coding is a game changer for ADHD because colors already mean something to us. For example, red means stop, green means go, yellow means caution, royal blue is generally handicap or rest area, and generally all around the world, these are those colors. And so you can use these colors in a similar way in your home to organize your home and make it easier for you to know where things are. And the reason is because when you color code things, you're not having to go and try to figure out just from your memory what something is or where something is. You just look for the color, and it's going to make it so much easier to recognize, okay, that is what this is for, or this is where that should be placed. Now you can also give any color a different meaning if you want to. So you just pick the color and then you're going to associate a word or thing or meaning to that color. For example, you might have all this Christmas decoration. You put it in a green container, and that way next year when you need to pull out your Christmas decoration, you look for the green container. Or if you want to have a box or something to donate, you put it in a red box, and that means, okay, I have this stuff here to donate. It does not need to stay in my home. It needs to go, and that's why it's in a red box. Now, color coding is also really good about designating a place that something should go. And so, for example, you have a cabinet where you put all your pots and pans, and on that cabinet, you put a blue label on that cabinet. That way, when you look at that cabinet, you know all your pots and pans are in there, and then you put a different color label on different cabinets, and now you don't even have to look inside the cabinet. You know, okay, this is where that thing is, and this is where the other thing is. Gonna make it a lot easier for you to get started cooking if you know where everything is and don't have to look around for it. And now one of the things that color coding is great for is actually your closet, because sometimes I go there, I try to look around and find something, I just can't find it, and then you color code it, it makes it super easy. For example, you can have different sections in your closet for different colors of clothes. Green clothes in one section, red clothes in another section, yellow clothes in another section. You go in your closet, you look in the particular color section, all your clothes are going to be that same color. Makes it easy to find just by glancing at it. You can also have where it is color coded for the place you actually place things by type. For example, you have pants in the color of blue, and then you have your shirts in the color of red, and then whatever else you want to have in yellow and green, or just pick any other color. I'm just using primary colors for an example. Now, if you're enjoying the content and you're getting value out of the content, then click the subscribe button for me so you don't miss any videos. Now, color coding can also be used for folders. For example, I have all these folders here. They're different colors, and what you do is you designate a color of folder for whatever you need to put in that folder. For example, red might be something for bills or something you just don't want to do. Green might be something that you want to do or that you have done already, have completed. Or you can just choose any of the other colors you have here, orange or yellow, whatever, and just put whatever you want to in that folder, and then make sure you remember what folder is for what thing, and then you're not looking all around to try to find what you need at the time. You need something for a vacation, you have it in a certain color folder, you go and you look into that folder, and then also anything you need that you find for that particular thing that you need to make sure that you keep, you put it in the color folder for the thing that you've already designated, to make it really easy to find things and make sure that you actually complete things that you need to complete and everything like that. And another thing that you can use color coding for is for a hanger trick, but this is a little bit of a twist on it. So for everything that you've worn, when you hang it back up, you hang it on a white hanger. Now for everything that you have not worn, you hang it up on another color hanger, black or blue or green, whatever colors you have. That way, when you look in your closet, you can see everything you've worn, and then you see the other things that you have not worn on the other color hangers. Makes it super easy to see what you've worn and what you have not worn. And the advantage of this is when you know you have not worn something, then that might be something you need to declutter or donate or give to someone, but get it out of your closet, and that's going to help keep your closet more organized because you'll have less stuff in your closet. And here's how to use color coding to keep track of your keys, because I used to lose them all the time, and then I found this trick and makes it really easy to find them. So what I did, I got a key fob case, and the key fob case is so big and it's this color of blue, this bright blue color. I cannot miss my keys anywhere in the room. All I have to do is look for this particular color of blue, and not many things in my home have this same color. So I know when I see that color, that is my keys. Plus, it's just so big anyway that it's really hard to even lose track of it because of the fact that it makes that key really bulky as well. And then I don't lose it as much because then I can just feel around for the super bulky keychain key fob thing. And then I know, okay, that's where my keys are. And this same thing works for other things as well. For example, you don't want to lose your wallet. Get a wallet of a color you know that you can see, that you immediately know that's your wallet. Maybe a bright green or orange or whatever color. That's just a color that stands out. It makes it really easy to find it later. Or you want to make sure you keep track of your cell phone, then get a case that's a color that you just don't have in your home often. Like I said, an orange case or a green case or even a red case. And that way, when you're looking for your phone, you're just looking for that color and it makes it easy to find. Another great way to use color coding is to actually get pill organizers that have different colors for different days. For example, these right here, different days for each one of these. And that way, when you look into your pill case, and you want to take a certain medication, you look for the color and you associate that color with a specific day, or you just associate that color with a different day of the week because of the fact that you took your last medication in the pink case or the green case. And now you're going to the next day and that case is yellow, so you know that's a different day. And then you go through the medication on that day as well. It just makes it easy to keep track of each day and what you've taken and what you haven't taken. And so a lot of pill cases, pill organizers come in a selection of colors like this because they know color coding works to make you keep track of your medication and what you've taken and what you still need to take. And here's a way that color coding can help your family. What you want to do is give everyone in your family a different color. Susie, red, Joe, blue, kids, all different colors, however many kids you have. And so then you use that same color for everything that is for that person. Say you have 3 book bags, you have 3 kids, you get them in the color that you have designated for them. That way they do not mix it up and you don't have to go wondering which bag is for which person. Same thing when you're actually writing out the chore list, you write them in that specific color, and that way each kid knows which chores are for them and there's no arguments because you have given them a specific color. And this works all around your home, making it super easy for you and your family to keep things organized. Now, another great way that you can use color coding in your home is with your laundry. You can color code the different laundry baskets for different things. For example, light, white, darks, maybe even very light or formal or delicates. You give them all a different color. That way, when you're trying to separate your laundry, you just throw it in the container of the color that you know that color is for that particular thing. It makes it super easy to know where things are and where you need to place them. And when you go to put the laundry in the laundry, you know everything in that particular laundry basket of that color goes in the laundry. You don't have to search around and try to figure out, okay, is anything in here that doesn't belong here that I'm going to put in there and mess up somehow or some way, like maybe a white shirt in with all the darks, and then that makes pink shirts or blue shirts or whatever, and you messed up your white shirt. And now here's something you want to do with color coding. You want to create a visual key of all the different colors you have and all the different meanings or for what thing you have. That way you know that if you forget something, like just forget it, then you can go get your visual key and then you'll be reminded, oh, okay, that means this and that means that. Because you just might have a tendency to forget things even if you've done it and think that you will remember it. Always have a backup plan, and a visual key is what you use for that. Now here's a warning to that as well too. Don't have a color-coded system so complicated that there's no way you're going to remember everything. You don't want one that has 26 different colors and each one has a different meaning, and this one might have a double meaning, and you know this one has a meaning in this certain situation. That's way too much. Keep it really simple to a limited number of colors, especially when you start out doing color coding. Really limited amount of colors because you're just getting used to the process. Much easier to remember 3 or 4 things rather than trying to start out with 10 different things. And so just very, very small number of actual colors. And then as you get more used to color coding, you're sure you have the colors that you want and they mean this certain thing, then you can expand to more colors. Just don't expand too much and get into that situation that I just mentioned, which is like 26 or 27 different colors, where it's just too complicated for you. And that's gonna also be too complicated to explain to someone else. And remember this as well, if you get to the point to where you're like, I just don't like the colors to the meanings, they just don't make any sense anymore, I'm just having a hard time to remember which color is for which thing, then adjust the colors to the ones that you want that's going to make more sense to you. It is a trial and error process, so don't get discouraged if you do have to adjust the colors. Just adjust them and find the colors that work for you. Now here's how color coding can help you with your email and your calendar. What you do, any email that you want to remember to keep and move to a certain location, or you want to be able to look and just find it, then go ahead and put a label on it of a specific color. For example, maybe you have a red label for all the things that are super urgent, super important. And then some email programs, you can actually just sort by that label that you have on that thing. I know Google does that. So that's one way you can keep track of things and make sure that things are in order. You can also on there do different groups and give them different colors as well. And that's a really cool thing. Now on your calendar, at least what I do is anything important, I put in a particular color that's different than all my other different spaces on my calendar. That way, when I see that appointment come up, I see that particular color, I say, oh, okay, this is super important for me to have. And you can actually do that throughout your whole calendar and give different colors to different things. It's going to help you keep track of your calendar because of the fact that now you don't have to kind of search through your calendar. You search for the color and then you find everything that you might have to do in that color or everything that's associated with that color. And that's going to make it so much easier to make sure that you don't miss an appointment or miss something you actually need to do. And you can even use color coding when you're getting ready to move. What you do is when you start putting things in boxes, you put a particular label of a particular color on the box, and then you assign that color a particular type of item. That when you would get to your new location where you're trying to move and everything, trying to find things, and you have maybe silverware in a box with the green label, you know immediately this is where all my silverware is. You're not trying to look through like 15 different boxes to find the things that you need and just not find it, and like 30 minutes later you're still trying to find it. That can be a frustrating situation. And so when you actually use color code in this way, then it's gonna be much easier to make sure you can find what you need when you get to your new place. Now, this is not the only video I have about actually helping you make your home easier to organize and more ADHD friendly. I do have a video about different hacks that will help you make your home ADHD friendly. I'm gonna actually put that video up. It should come up somewhere here on either side of this thing, and just click that video and watch that video. Hopefully that video helps you too.